Internet, hello and welcome to a patron review of My Hero Academia Season 4 Part 1. This is a one of four-part review, 6 episodes or 2 hours at a time for the great John Goetz. John wanted me to watch as much of My Hero Academia as possible leading up to the movie. We started with Season 1 quite some time ago, and then the American release date for the movie rolled around, and boom, things are lining up. So, this review, even though it's October 5th, is actually my September review of My Hero Academia, and September's was August because we were 1 month behind, but I'm a man of honor and a man of my word, so I'm watching hella My Hero Academia to stay caught up. And now I'm going to talk to John about whether we do Part 2, which is going to be episodes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, before or after the movie, because it drops at the end of the month, because we're going to do the movie as a very special review in itself. So, if you are a My Hero Academia fan, you can look forward to either the movie or a Season 4 Part 2 by the end of October, as well as a movie review maybe next month, maybe the end of this month. Lots of MHA goodness coming at you. If you are new to this channel, I try to do a bunch of reviews that patrons pick once a month. Right now, we're doing a whole My Hero Academia run for John Goetz. We were doing a bunch of fun Ted Lasso stuff for AJ Lancaster. And AJ, we're still going to finish out Ted Lasso next week, as well as do your birthday stream in November. And then I also do watch-alongs for Michael McCarcel and other patrons if they join that tier, as well as there's a patron-only podcast, which is usually weekly. We're missing this week because of New York Comic Con. And a Discord, amongst other things. There's an unboxing, which the great Curtis Mason is part of. There's lots of goodness in the Patreon is what I'm saying. But the patrons have authorized and allowed me to share the goodness with you right here on YouTube. So I share the wealth of, in this case, My Hero Academia, and that is how my Patreon works. Now, this particular season of MHA is expanding the world even more. To me, Season 3 was still very much part of the school. Season 3, to me, felt like they were underclassmen. Season 4, even though they're still young, feel like they've leveled up. There's a certain expansion. They've got a work program they're doing. There's a lot more dichotomy between the skills of the students. Todoroki and Bakugo are in the work-study program. Are in the work-study program, they're in the summer school program, not the work-study program, basically catching up in time to be the level that Midori is at now next year. They narrowed it down to 100 in Season 3, which is an insane amount of characters, and there's a lot going on to keep that 100 at level and at power and worthy, because the world of heroes has been catastrophically impacted by the loss of All Might, and all of that happened in Season 3. Now Season 4, we're building up these heroes. We're finding out who's worthy. We're finding a natural successor for All Might. There is naturally our lead, Midoriya, who has been selected by All Might, but there's also a kid that looks a lot like All Might, little Captain America boy, who's much more powerful and incredible, and we're meeting lots of top-notch heroes, and we're expanding the world even further. So, I love this show. I said Season 1, this is the best gateway drug into anime there is, right next to Dragon Ball Z. It's super accessible. In my case, I'm a big comic book guy, so it's really cool to watch an anime that's so inspired by, Western comic books. Loving it. All about Season 4, vibing hard. I'm 6 episodes in. If you guys are Koi Pond members, OGs, there was no Koi Cube today because I've been so fucking sick all week. I turned the corner. My fever broke yesterday, but I didn't want to double down and do 2 streams because I don't want to push myself, because I will be at New York Comic Con this week. I'm no longer feverish. I'm no longer contagious. It wasn't the Rona. I got 2 tests. I took another one today just in case before I fly. But yeah, I'm doing much better, but I didn't want to push myself too hard. I'm learning lessons about being mortal. I'm a fragile human being, because all human beings are very finicky. So I am feeling better. I appreciate all your well wishes. I had a flu like I haven't had since middle school, man. I got ravaged. I spent in a 36-hour window. I slept 25 hours between Saturday and Sunday. It was insane, and I had a lot of grossness happening at me. So I am doing better. Thank you for your concerns. I did want to make sure I got My Hero in before I went to New York, because I'm gone for 4 days, and I didn't want to have the hype I felt for Season 4 dwindle, having 4 days away from the material. I love this show, so let's dive into my notes. I see John Goetz is in the chat. I see Michael McCarcel in the chat. I see Curtis Mason in the chat. We got a lot of the OGs, and this is for John Goetz. So if you're a My Hero fan, thank John while you're here, because this is all for him. Let's get into it. Season 4, Episode 1. New intro with title name drop and another intense new opening credits. All about it. United States of Smash is still amazing. I love the callback to that. I loved it then. I love it now. Nostalgia for All Might as we dive into an All Might-less world is fascinating. There's so much around All Might as we're dealing with the ramifications of All Might. It's very much like when we have heroes die in comic books, when we have, like Iron Man die in Far From Home, right before Far From Home, there's very much the impact of that. And I love that All Might's still alive, but he's not the hero he is. So we are diving into the goodness of setting up the nostalgia for All Might while he is still with us, but not powered up. Freelance journalist seems like a douche. My instinct in this freelance journalist was not how the character ended up being, but I really enjoyed that he seemed like such a douche nozzle. Love that we're opening with press this time, a great perspective shift. We've lived at the heroes, we've lived at the villains, we've dabbled with the press, we've dabbled with the government, but opening with the press is a great perspective shift. Investigating UA High is smart, specifically 1A. It seems like everyone should be thinking about this journalist is smart, though he still seems like a douche to me at this point. Great way to editorialize exposition and where we're at with the school. So time has passed, but with this great character, we can editorialize and expositionize, which is not a word, going forward, which is very smart. Smart angle from news, though, to lean into parents feeling comfortable. That is a very smart way to get information. Aizawa choking out Bubble Bitch makes me happy. I hate this character that's bubble powered, and Aizawa was one of my favorite characters, so I wrote him choking out Bubble Bitch made me happy. This journalist is a douche. I have yet to reel the twist at the end, obviously, but yes, he is in fact a douche. Snapshots offering so much personality and Bakugo Rage. I love the use of snapshots. They give us a lot of information about these characters in rapid succession. It's a really smart storytelling method. Sorry, I'm on a decent amount of pain meds, so I apologize if I'm a little extra mumbly-stumbly. Solid catch-up on everyone and needed with this big of a cast. Remember, we have 100 characters that we're going to be dealing with and teachers. Lots of stuff going on. Great use of exposition catch-up. Processing and eliminating. Great way to move through it. And, yep, Midoriya is pretty obvious. Everyone should realize that Midoriya is the second calling, the second All Might, the all of those things. It's come on, it's right there. I like that there's a semblance of a secret identity, though. I like that we're playing with the secret identity concept in this world. Clever to gain Midoriya's trust and attention by being an All Might fan. Again, I still don't trust this guy. I assume this is a bait and switch. I don't trust this dude's story, but also that photo inspiring him being a journalist rocks. I love that. That tracks. Photographer quirk. I was not expecting a photographer quirk. Very clever, very funny. He even prints himself. He's got a little Polaroid printer on his pec there. Wait, he's not a douche, or is he tricking Midoriya? I still don't trust him. When the new symbol of peace was young, intrigue. I like the idea of this book. Well, he isn't horrible. He is honorable after all. As we wrap up the episode, a very smart episode 1. Loved season 4, episode 1. Great exposition. Great way to catch us up. Great way to expand the world. Also, Spidey has been on my lap this whole time. So if you guys are wondering why I keep looking down, I got this here cat. Here he is, doing good work, being a great cat. All right, next up, I'm going to check on the live chat between episodes for questions and comments. All right, we got... All right. Doug Carter, as a big... I am alive, Curtis. As a big comic book nerd, you may want to look into her Hero Man manga, which was written by the late great Stan Lee. Oh, that's fantastic. That's good to know. John says, oof, yeah, it's been a week, man. Those were 5 very rough days. Matt Taylor, I refuse to believe Coy is mortal. Glad you are better. Yeah, it was dark for a bit there. Sleeping 25 hours and 36 is the most I've slept as an adult ever at once, I think. I've never recorded it. The Fitbit told me, and I was like, fuck. As well as so many grossnesses. It was a dark 5 days, but I am better. We're getting there. Riley, he hasn't even gotten to the good part yet. I am fascinated by the escalation of this show, like where it goes. The fact that everybody tells me it gets better and better is so impressive. John Goetz says, by the way, everyone tickets for the movie are on sale now and a lot more showtimes than previous movies here in the States with how much the show has grown. Transitioning from athlete to coach, basically learning to be a mentor rather than at the front. Yeah, no, it's interesting to see them transition that role as All Might. As far as the real world, yes, go buy tickets. They're apparently on sale. I'm going to go see it at AMC at the end of the month myself. And John and I are going to figure out if we want to do part 2 for October. If we want to do the movie for October, we're going to talk about that on Patreon next week. But we have options, and we're going to be watching season 4, as we go along. This is just part 1, and I'm loving this show. John says, yes, I'm already... Mo Deep says to John, yeah, I'm already pumped. Got his tickets already. Not Rick's Amoris. Can you make Coy read One Piece? Man, that is way too long. There is a nearly impossible likelihood. I'm about 65 comics behind on just comic books, much less everything else. So I'm reading is unlikely. Coy's a legend. This is my refrain each week. I appreciate you, Black Loki. Mumbly stumbly. I coined many phrases. Coy, how you doing, my brother? I'm doing all right. I'm recovering. I was really sick, but I'm getting better with the quickness. I'm making moves. God is really 100 characters. I hadn't even realized since I've been keeping up since the beginning. Yeah, man, it's insane how big this cast is. Michael McCarcel, John, will you be asking Coy to watch season 5 after the movie? That is the question. Spidey is too precious. I want him. He is the greatest cat, and he is all mine. We need a Coy and Michael photo. I don't know which Michael we're referring to, but it'll happen one day. Not Rick Amoris. I do have extra copies of the first 6 volumes, and Shonen Jump app is only $2 a month, ... You guys, the time. Maybe if I'm able to make it to LA someday, Black Loki, one day me and Michael McCarcel will meet. One day. The Shonen Jump app is an absolute steal, $2 a month. I'm sure it is. John Goetz, Murphy Napier is doing One Piece Friday. Yeah, for Coy to catch up on One Piece in this lifetime, he'd have to drop everything else for a while. Yeah, I don't. Honestly, I love you guys. I respect the fact that One Piece is good. It seems unlikely because I'm 65 comics behind, and I'm about a week behind in all my other stuff, and I'm still freelancing for these companies that I'm trying to get full-time work for. So it is a tall order, my friends. The idea of an anime as big as My Hero Academia is intimidating. Adding to that, because this is 2 hours of time plus me researching for a while, so it's already a big old volume. Let's move on to episode 2, which is episode 65. Season 4, episode 2, episode 65. Hero work study. Gran Torino in costume at a temp office makes me laugh. New character Night Eye. Intrigue. Oh, right, Twice and the villain's cliffhanger from season 3. I love Twice. I'm excited by this villain's cliffhanger. We're diving back in. Yakuza VP. Now we're introducing the Yakuza. Intrigue. The impact on organized crime / Yakuza totally makes sense. Cool to see it spelled out this way. Crime politics in all caps. Villain fight in all caps. Smart decision, facepalm guy. I love that they call that terrifying villain facepalm guy when you're in a cabal of villains. Like, nobody respects each other, and he calls him facepalm guy. Made me laugh out loud. I love that we're diving into the underbelly of this world. I love that we're diving into the society that is crime, and we have these villain fights. No hierarchy of villains. Intrigue, a power void, very Kingpin in the comic books, Western comic books, either Daredevil, Spider-Man, all sorts of characters. When there's a Kingpin void, man, oh man, is it fun. Big fan of that archetype, and a big fan of them using it here so very well. All Might opposing work studies makes sense with his character. Shot style work also tracks. He needs to work on his shot. I think that is a fantastic idea, but he does have a lot to do because Midoriya's got to do it all because he's got to take down Bakugo. We've talked about this. He's not impatient. He's dedicated. I like it. To Gata go see. Oh boy, I wrote. Not sure what I meant there, but the next line I loved is "You are here." I fucking love All Might's catchphrases, and I love when Midoriya arrives. He goes, "Midoriya, you are here." Made me laugh aloud, and the catchphrase. Love the voice acting there from my Vegeta guy. Oh, that's honest. Asking the kid who beat Deku if he's ready. I really love that they ask that Big 3 kid, and they also they want to know if he's ready, and that's honest. And he happens to also work with the guy he needs to meet, which is perfect alignment. Provisional license training begins. Todoroki and Bakugo are going to be a funky duo, and they prove to be. I love their little side missions. Make intense guy laugh, and Midoriya is so unfunny. How are they going to do this? I'm very intrigued at this point in the episode. He's deeply unfunny. How are you going to make this guy laugh? Super powerful Captain America guy ain't so bad. This guy's growing on me. That mini All Might character is growing on me. Sir Night Eye's attack, tickling a scantily clad sidekick, makes me a bit uncomfortable, but I know that's the culture. It just reads as very weird, and I'm in Hollywood, so in a post-Weinstein world, I was like, yo, bro, what the fuck? And here we are. Haha does an All Might impression. So at the very end of the episode, he contorts his face in All Might, because of course, why wouldn't Midoriya have studied All Might to the point of doing impressions? And that's how he thinks he's going to make the guy laugh. It does not go his way. But first, let me check on the track. Let's see. La la la, la la la, la la la. Michael's saying for quite a watch in One Piece in this lifetime, you'd have to drop everything else for quite a while. Yeah, that was where we left off. Rick's and she went down the rabbit hole. 1,027 chapters and counting. Guys. I don't see that happening. That would have to be all of the patrons all wanting one thing, and still that seems like a tall order. Agreed, Doug. The Shonen Jump app is such an amazing deal. I will happily advertise the Shonen Jump app. $2 a month sounds like a bargain. Get on Shonen Jump if you're not already. If you're an anime or manga fan, Shonen Jump, $2 a month. What a bargain. I truly can't wait for Coy to see more of Twice. Dude, I'm loving that character, even just in little tastes. John Goetz, hi, yeah, it took me a year and a half to catch up on One Piece anime, and that was back in 2018, 2019. Reading will be a lot quicker, though. I'm just weird. Dude, you gotta vibe, man. You gotta go at your pace. That's how you enjoy this stuff. This season single-handedly introduces like most of the best characters in the series. Riley Warner, that is high praise. The show has been incredible so far. I'm very intrigued. Michael, the latest little arc for Twice was awesome. John Goetz, PSA, One Piece is showing their 10th film, Strong World, in U.S. theaters for the first time to celebrate the series having its 1,000th episode soon. Get tickets now if you're a fan. I'm happy to advertise for this show that I've heard only great things about. Holy shit. 1,000th episode, 10th film. Holy fuck. Go check out Strong World, U.S. theaters. Tickets available now. Michael McCarsell, I don't watch One Piece. I just read it. I caught up to the manga in 2012. It took 3-ish months of only reading it and nothing else. Woo! They say Strong World is canon. Twice just had an amazing episode in Season 5. That means he's still alive. Ooh, I know something. That's exciting. Doug Carter, not Rick's, is the closest to canon all of the films have gotten, I believe. Black Loki says it was awesome when you made Tom Hardy laugh. Mission accomplished. You're goddamn right. Tom's the best, man. Black Loki and Woody Harrelson shook by your existential question. That's my goal. I'm always trying to shake. I'm always trying to entertain. I think those talent gets so bored in those interviews. I always try to make it interesting for them, and in a good way, not in an alienating way. So many hosts can't do their job. To be fair, Coy, most OP chapters are only 15 to 20 pages. That's still thousands and thousands of pages, Michael. Yeah, John Goetz. Spoilers. I caught you. Now I know someone lives. Haha. All right, let's get into episode 3, which is episode 66. Maybe this will help lighten Deku up. Maybe him learning to laugh. Maybe that's part of the training. Maybe that's important. Grabs his face and knows millimeters of crow's feet. Yeesh, that is terrifying. But he's a bigger fan, or as big a fan as Deku himself. He's a bigger fan than Deku and proves himself that way. Yeesh. Narrowed eyes of specific event. The vinegar sequence is daunting. Holy fuckballs. What an intense level of fandom. Oof, making him choose class over this is very tricky. Dramatic stamp miss into test or dismissal. There's a whole sequence where he dramatically misses the page. It's very intense. This whole episode is very highly dramatic even before it gets to the fight. Haha, fight the sidekick. I'm loving this episode. He literally has to fight Robin to All Might's Batman. What's his quirk? And now we've finally revealed what his quirk is. Just keep trying moves is never his tactic. It's weird that he's doing it now. He's not thinking like Midoriya. He's not doing Midoriya things. Foresight is, of course, what we learn is his quirk. Gotta not plan go chaos mode Deku, which he does in a way while still avoiding all the memorabilia, which is what lands him the gig in the first place. Nice work. Midoriya obviously looking just like All Might does now make more sense. Go beyond, boyo. What conditions? Cloud the room? Bro, don't yell while trying to surprise someone. At one point, he yells out an attack while he's attacking, trying to surprise someone. I'm like, come on, Midoriya, you're better than that. He impressed the guy with his attention to detail and awareness because that's who Midoriya is. I love that he's a tactic guy. Even when he's not using his forethought tactics, he still has tactics. Just being a dick as a test, the sidekick guy. I don't know about him. Oof, taking him on to make him give up is intense, clever, and harsh. He doesn't think Midoriya is the guy. He's taking him on in order to make him give up. This is another beautiful layer of very clever writing that you don't see in many short-form things. I love long-form like this because you can really dive in to these alternate options that are much more like real life. Learn through adversity, Midoriya. Another bird guy for birdhead guy. Birdhead guy found another bird guy. Very excited for him. Everyone's starting to evolve and really get moving. This is where the show, to me, feels like it's leveling up all over again. We're on episode 3 of season 4, and things have leveled up. All right, episode 4, I'm going to do real quick, then I'm going to check on the chat, and I'll do the chat all at once. Episode 4, which is episode 67 of the show in general. Cheesy All Might outfit is super cheesy. I love cheesy All Might outfit, and it just works for me. Million on his chest, saving a million. Cheesiest in the game, but somehow endearing. Captain America guy somehow walks that cheesy line, and I love him. He's got a million. His name is a million, and he's got a million on his chest. Oh, yes, it works for me. Deku immediately looking panicked isn't the best poker face, bro. Homeboy has to work in his emotion pouring out of him at all times. Season 1, we learned that Midoriya is overly emotional, and we're still dealing with that. He's literally, like, on patrol, and he looks panicked. Not the move, hero. Not the move. Emotion pouring out of you. Not the move. Yeah, way to fall at heroing immediately, Deku. Ooh, this is a tricky decision. Save the girl. Always save the girl. I wrote that before I knew how important saving the girl was. I wrote in all caps, save the girl. My superhero instincts were right. Here we are. Curious about his quirk and that manipulation. That's a bit of a silly Pikachu mask, but Deku is still all of the earnest and all of the adorable. Didn't feel all that scary to me while acting panic the entire time. I don't trust Midoriya when he says things out loud sometimes. Didn't feel all that scary to me. Meanwhile, it wasn't a complete panic. And the little girl has a horn? So I was like, what's this little girl's situation? She clearly has a quirk. What's going on? We learned later. Todoroki and Bakugo all jacked up from that other trading. I'd love to see a spin-off show of just what they're going through. Like, Todoroki and Bakugo adventures must be fascinating. I'm sure we're going to get an episode of that. Okay, Young Midoriya is here. All Might is still the best. Yelling Young Midoriya is here. Again, hits me right here. More secrets. Night Eye, ultimate fan turned sidekick. Night Eye tried to retire him earlier than he was ready. Both perspectives make sense. I understand where Night Eye was coming from, understand where All Might was coming from. Great fucking writing. All Might's going to die. Holy fuck. But also, how can Foresight see that far? We then learn some of the powers of Foresight, but All Might, we find out in this episode that All Might is destined to die. Obviously, everyone's destined to die, but in much shorter terms. Love the ability to play with time and inform present, future with past. I love that we can play with, like, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. We can really play with all those things. Really impressed with the writing here. This year or next. No, All Might, I love All Might. Don't kill All Might. Inspiring speech with Sunset Ahoy. We just need cherry blossoms. Reminds me of season 1. We're back to the two of them talking. Beautiful sunset. Inspiring as fuck. Keep All Might alive is a solid mission. I stand by that, Midoriya. You keep All Might alive. Help fight fate, young Midoriya. And then more master and apprentice goodness. Now we have Midoriya becoming the master. Even though he's training as a coach with All Might, he's now the one keeping him going in a very Rocky 5 situation. Like an older, the mentor's so old, you need the young guy to keep you going. So I'm digging that. All right, that was episode 3 and 4. Let me check on the chat. Let's see. This is probably the best arc in the series until the one that just ended. Ooh, that's high praise right there. There's also smaller pages than the average American comic book page. I like your guys' selling. You're very good at this. Season 4 was so exciting for me as the All Might versus All for One fight seemed like such a finale, but then it totally shifts and this season keeps going different ways. Yeah, I was really impressed that Season 3 felt like an ending that could go on, and so far Season 4 is taking completely different ways than I was expecting, and I'm loving it. They're talking about the anime versus the manga. Coy, they always yell their attacks. Think of how slow DB characters take to say Kamehameha. You know what? You're right. It was just funny because it was a sneak attack, and he yelled it, but you're totally right. I rescind my statement. Touche. Hawks is super solid. Hawks is too cool. We got a lot of Hawks fans in here. So far, I'm intrigued by Hawks. He is an All Might super fan. I also love that he looks like a regular office guy. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. He's very much like an everyman character actor if he was in a movie. Quick question, are you a Wu-Tang Clan fan? Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with. Yeah, I'm a Wu-Tang fan. Absolutely. Casual as compared to other hip-hop, but they changed hip-hop and they're incredible. So yeah, Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with. I'm a fan. If you interviewed Tom Holland, what would be the fun question you would ask him? I can't give that away, Efrain Guzman, because it's gonna happen. And I gotta save it. I've met Tom. We've talked, but not on camera, so I haven't gotten to ask him. I always have, like, some questions in the back pocket. I'll get there. He's still a teenager, LOL. Come on, everyone. But Lemillion is just the best, the most wholesome. Dude, I'm a fan. He grew on me very quickly. Overhaul is OP. Love them plague masks. Yeah, they're impressive. The character design is dope. All Might says, fuck Destiny. Amen. And often. Overhaul is legit terrifying. Agreed. MHA does such a good job always upping the stakes, but in a very believable way. So far, completely agree. Wu-Tang forever. Plus, Holland is probably watching right now. You know, Tom Holland is everywhere. Big My Hero Academia Season 4 Part 1 fan. Tom Holland. He just typed this in. He's like, who's this guy I met in London? Why is he talking about My Hero Academia? Boom, subscribe. Tom Holland 1996, got a new follower. That's how it happens, guys. All right, episode 5, which is episode 68, Uravity whooping butt. I need them together this season, yo. Uravity makes me so happy. I'm such a fan of that character. I want her and Deku to get together already. I know it's a long game, but it's been 4 years. I want them together. And I'm watching this all at once, binge style. I want them together. Team up with Night Eye. Intrigue. Official Deku Uravity hang. Yes, make it happen. They cute. I ship it. Yakuza sneakiness digging our expanded world of villains alongside heroes. Many schools, many villainous cabals and sects. All about it. Big fan. Ooh, what's this red thing? A tracker, a bug, a mic? I just immediately started writing down with intrigue what this red thing was. Fat versus Hoodlum, haha, weird street fights. About the weird street fights. Enjoyed them very much. Squid Guy will wear on me quickly if he stays like this. Is he my new bubble bitch? Squid Guy is very annoying so far. I hope he grows on me. How many are in the big 3? Take on the attributes for whatever he eats. Oh, wait, this is the stand in the corner guy. I was like, wait, is big 3 just 3? Because I didn't recognize Squid Guy as the guy that was standing in the corner the whole time being a little bitch. And now I recognize him as the guy that has hella powers that's a little bitch. The marker thing takes out others' quirks. 1A dude got shot in the face. The rock hard guy. I forget his name in the moment, but I wrote it down. Kirishima got shot in the face. It was very intense. He's a hero, man. I'm a big fan of that. Power boost, yeesh, out of his eye, quirk steroids. We have this whole insane fight where the quirk just erupts out of this dude. He goes like Super Saiyan Broly, way overpowered insanity. But we've got Kirishima up in his mental fortitude, hardening himself beyond the abilities he thought he had. He goes plus ultra like a motherfucker. Very impressive fight. One of my favorite fights in the show so far is Kirishima versus Blade guy. Whoa, Super Saiyan Blade dude. Kirishima's insecurity turning into flashback power-up. Cool way to use a flashback. Great use of his exposition. Indestructible wall of awesome Red Riot Unbreakable. Now break that fool. Big fan of Red Riot. This episode made me a giant Red Riot fan. Big fan of everything happening. That was pretty dope. Selfless, intense power-up, risked everything. This is exactly how I want Superman to feel. Awesome. Loved this fight. Crying characters without merit really just bother me, but I'm learning to tolerate them. This little bitch, not a fan, but we'll see. Maybe he'll grow on me. How fast we make the villains lose the will to fight is the goal. I love that perspective. It's not about the fight, it's how fast you make the villains want to stop fighting. You save collateral damage, you risk less people. It's a brilliant, brilliant tactic. Love that sentence. It's how fast we make the villains lose the will to fight. Hell yeah, Red Riot getting the love he deserves. Rad. Almost no Deku in this ep. How well this world has built out that we don't even really have our lead in a whole episode, and it doesn't feel like a body episode. It doesn't feel like a bottle. It feels like its own thing. Very impressed with this show. All right, the last episode of this review is episode 6, which is episode 69, giggity, of the show in its entirety. This is the last of part 1 of 4 of season 4, and here we go. Episode 6 of season 4/69. Oh hey, it's the whole squad prepped ahead of time. Team up looms. The BMI hero Fat Gum. That's hilarious. BMI stands for Body Mass Index in America. I assume BMI Fat Gum was an intentional joke. It made me laugh. Heroes versus Yakuza. Ramp up, all systems go. Foreboding feels from Gran Torino. A lot of hushed tones. HN Network is clever, pairing up quirks that come in handy. I love how they're building teams here like the X-Men do. A lot of love for the X-Men when they take their time. I've said it every review. I hope X-Men follows My Hero Academia's pacing, path, structure. It's genius, and this reminded me of the X-Men, just assembling a team by power structure with this network. Quote, I brought in my fair share of drug dealers, has tons of candy in his hands. It's like I brought in all these drug dealers. He's literally like a creepy guy with candy in his hands. Made me laugh. I've got this cow hoof and everything. Also made me laugh. Doesn't function like a racer. Quirk is addition to human body and genes. It's the first time we've learned that the quirk is an addition to the human body and the genes, so it works different than how a racer head's powers work. This actually damages the quirk genes, but could be a bigger problem over time. This also seems very important, so I wrote it down. It damages the genes themselves, so I imagine that is cumulative. Don't fuck with that shit. Red Riot with the defense assist, so they have workable sample in Bullet. Again, I love these different uses of powers. I love defensive offense. I love that his instincts are that good. Oh shit, human blood that can destroy quirks. Who's this new villain? Didn't know. Didn't know it was going to be the little girl. Real fucked up. Villains drug distribution is something known by the Hero Network. Again, fascinating different layers. Overhaul, disassemble, and reassemble. Shit, that is powerful. Last episode, you guys said OP. Now I'm seeing it. Overhaul is fucking crazy powerful. Disassemble, reassemble, very intense villain. Should have saved the little girl. Should have saved the little girl. It's her blood. What the fuck? Come on, Deku. His instinct was good. Body into bullets is fucked up. Just a fucked up villain. I mean, that's villainy. Really good writing. Fucked up. There won't be a next time, bro. Shit. Yeah, now they gotta go save that little girl. They should have saved last time. I love how guilty those two giant All Might fans, the next two big heroes, feel. I love how the old sidekick knows he fucked up. This whole dynamic is incredible. Planner, unlike All Might, painful but clever. Stains, capture, beacon for villains. That is a really good point. So they gotta plan unlike what All Might does. They got to use different tactics. All Might's gone. They got to adjust things differently. Stain was a beacon. He was a murder for these villains. That's a really good point. One person per day is a cool limitation, and tight on the person makes sense. You'd only see that person's worldview, I imagine, with that powerful of a set. Like, if you're looking at them, you wouldn't be able to see everyone's future. Eraserhead continues to care about his students, and more people seeing All Might and Deku's similarity makes sense. It's madness within, but he's going to be even better. Yes, yes, yes! We're leveling up. I love these arcs. Feel like 6 episodes. I feel like this is a little mini cliffhanger. And now we got to go save that little girl. We got a lot of people seeing All Might's similarities in Deku. We got a lot of goodness. We've got these two next wave heroes teaming up. We got a lot of side missions with Doria, Todoroki, and Bakugo. Lots of good shit. Loving this season. Each one arguably gets better than the last. This one might be my favorite so far. Let me check on your chat, and then I got a boogie. Again, if you guys are loving these, thank John Goetz. This is his doing. All right. Agreed, the series also done a great job with power creep. MF Doom, cough, cough. MF Doom, man. MF Doom. Rest in peace to the late great. Holland as Midoriya live action. I think like 3 years ago, perfect. I think he'll be too old in like 2 years, which would be when it would be, but he's exactly Midoriya. Love that call, John. That is perfect casting. Pitch perfect. Yes, John Goetz. Yes. They've all gotten stronger, but not so outrageously powerful that we think Planescape destroyed. Haha. Yeah, there's no like, there's no spirit bombs happening, which is really hard to keep being like, well, now their hair's purple, so they're different power. Now it's bright blue, different power. So yeah, they're doing a really good job having them grow in a way that feels believable. I love this show. He could probably pull it off. I just worried that effects budget would murder live action. Yeah, man, anime's had a rough time adapting so far. Midoriya, Bakugo, and Shoto are a great trio that easily carry the show with amazing sporting cast on top of that. Riley, great sporting cast. Loving this. Superroids, I agree, but they're doing a movie, so that shouldn't be a problem. I will just take a while to get through everything. I mean, it'd take a long time to get even where we are now. Fat Gum is so much cooler than Anthony Wright being. Dude, I love Fat Gum. He's such a great character so far. Speaking of Broly, I can't remember, did anyone have Koi watch Dragon Ball Super Broly? I think we did. Yeah. And Koi, because I think that was the first thing anime-wise John Goetz and I teamed up on. And Koi, check out the movie dub trailer. It just came out. It looks super wide in scope. Ooh, I will check that out, 100%. I love the Krishna fight. Really glad they gave it a side character. Such a good scene. Yeah, it really, one episode leveled up that character like a full season for a lot of characters. It's incredible. Yeah, John, we did. Okay, good. I'm not crazy. I thought that was our first anime team-up. Yeah, we did watch Dragon Ball Super Broly, and it was fucking awesome. Because I talked about the budget. It felt so cinematic. It felt so big. And I haven't watched Super yet, and I didn't feel lost. Loved Broly. Check it out on the YouTubes. And Michael McCarsell in a couple seconds is going to say, like, oh, I can't keep track of everything. And that's exactly right. Because I can barely, and I did the thing. Their debut made some mark on Bakugo's face. The fights are great with Kirishima and Tetsu. That's right, I've lost track of everything at this point. Yeah, exactly, dude. We've been doing a dude. Koi Pon's like 2 years strong. I'm really proud of us, and I really appreciate the fuck out of you guys. Marlon Eric, hello. They're so good at building hype. This preparation felt so epic. I was ready to stamp out of my seat the first time. Yeah, dude. I like. Great end to an arc. Like, I feel pumped up. So after New York, I'm diving back in. The music is always so good at getting you hyped in the show. It's really impressive. A quirk is basically a limb. Yeah, I see that. Also, yes, Koi, anime characters cry a lot. It's just a thing. Haha. Yeah, I struggle. It's just personal. Like, when characters cry in, like, This Is Us or Ted Lasso, when it's earned, I cry. I'm about it. But when they cry all the time, it's literally crying wolf. I can't care less. It's just a waste. Emotion should be. Overhaul is an absolute bastard. They're kids, of course they aren't emotionally stable yet. Yeah, but they're not like, I don't know. I'm not going to insult them. Let's see. To save one girl, they will sacrifice everything. They got to. The next 4 to 6 eps are so tense. LOL, I remember being so stressed after each one. I stopped at the perfect spot. This is a great quarterly. Big fan. Big fan. Kirishima and Tsuyukomi are definitely my favorite of the rest of the class. And Curtis just sent a Streamlab. I'm going to check that before we wrap out of here. Please hold everyone in the chat. The great Curtis Mason, patron saint of unboxing, gentleman, scholar, excellent human being, has sent a Streamlab. We're going to be doing an unboxing when I get back from New York for another display from and sponsored by the great Curtis Mason. I'm very excited about it. And we also have the following to say, thanks to Curtis. Moments away, moments away, moments away. Loading, loading, loading. Here we are. Don't give me pop-up Streamlabs. You should definitely check out the FX/Hulu Wu-Tang and American Saga. They're on season 2. Amazing TV, similar to NWA straight out of Compton, but in long form. I recommend to watch with nice headphones to feel the bass. TV speakers don't do it justice. Dude, I fucking love Straight Outta Compton. That was one of the big reasons I wanted Ally Shipp on comic book shopping. Because, like, she's great as Storm, but holy shit, Straight Outta Compton and Storm, I had to have Alex in my show. Big fan of Straight Outta Compton. I will absolutely check out FX and Hulu's Wu-Tang and American Saga. I'm a huge fan of FX. Everything they've done has been very impressive. And you know what? For my birthday, used some of my Christmas money. I keep money from each holiday, and I earmark it for gifts for myself. Finally spent a little of my Christmas money on a birthday present. That way I can move the birthday money into something next. But I got new headphones. My Beats are Generation 1. They're about 5 years old, and they were literally peeling off in my ears. If you ever saw any black spots in my ears or on my throat, it was because my Beats are so old, the plastic was eroding on my head. So I finally got some Beats Pros, these beautiful matte black Beats Pros. So I'm going to use the old Beats for my watch-along still because they have a little headphone jack, and these new Pros, they only have a lightning cable, but they sound heavenly. So I will use those. I will watch Wu-Tang, and I will be very happy when I catch up on all my other stuff. Thank you for the recommendation. Thank you for the Streamlab. I appreciate the fuck out of you. All right, let's make sure I didn't miss anything from anybody as we boogie out of here. Oh, apparently Tsuyukomi is Birdhead Guy. Birdhead Guy is great. I'm a big fan of Birdhead, and I'm a big fan of Kirishima, and I'm a big fan of Todoroki and Bakugo. This show's cast is exceptional. Season 4 is so good, but I gotta take advantage while the movie is in theaters. If you feel safe going to theaters for it right now, I will go like early in the day. I will see it in theaters. Yes, let's do that. Okay, so yeah, we'll make that happen. We'll talk. We'll scheme. We'll make that happen. Love Straight Outta Compton. It's one of the last DVDs I bought. LOL, Mo Deep, respect. It's real good. I got it on Blu-ray. The end of season 4 is one of my favorite moments in the show. You guys are hyping me up for season 4. But we're going to do the movie. We're going to make that happen. All right, you lovelies. That is going to do it for this episode of My Hero Academia, Season 4, Episode 1. John Goetz, thank you. The show is exceptional. I am going to go lay down. I'm going to go to New York on Thursday. Anyone that's in New York, I'll be at New York Comic Con on Thursday. I'll be doing stand-up at night on Thursday at the New York Comedy Club. You can find me at the Schmodown on Saturday. We're doing a big live event on Saturday in Brooklyn, and then I'm flying back here Sunday to get back to work on Monday. It is Tsukuyomi. Thank you, Michael McCarsell. Tsukuyomi, a.k.a. Birdhead, is awesome. All right, that's going to do it, you lovelies. Thank you. Oh, and John Goetz spelled it out as well. Tsukuyomi. Okay, I got it right. Tsukuyomi is awesome. Always give me those phonetics, you guys. They help a lot, and it'll help me get there. We got Birdhead, we got Pants Face, we got Bubble Bitch. We're learning names. Very, very important. All right, you lovelies. I will see you very soon. Thank you for your patience while I was sick. Thank you for understanding that Koicast is not happening this week. You guys are the best, and I'm so glad my fever broke too, Michael. It was a dark 5 days. All right, I'm going to go rest. I'm going to get some food in me, get some hydration, and I'm going to head to New York. Whew. All right, bye, guys. Appreciate it. John Goetz, you're the man. This show is fucking awesome. Can't wait for more.